Automobiles have long been a status symbol for millionaires and billionaires alike, flaunting their wealth and prestige to the public by driving or riding in foreign sports cars or luxury sedans. In today's video, we'll be looking at some of the cars owned by the world's most notable billionaires. I think you'll find that some of these cars are jaw-droppingly luxurious, and you might be just as surprised to see some cars that are so inconspicuous you'd think they were owned by someone making a fraction of the billionaires that really own them. Let's begin with a very rich man and a very nice car. Mark Zuckerberg reportedly purchased a Pagani Huayra in 2014. The Huayra is a supercar named after a South American wind god and one worthy of a Facebook founder. If you'd like to know more about this vehicle, I previously posted a video about the most recent Pagani model, so make sure to check that out after this video. The most recent model of the Pagani Huayra is going for around $2.5 million, but Zuckerberg's 2014 model was closer to $1.84 million. But that's not to say the $75 billion man couldn't spare the extra change. Along with this supercar, Zuckerberg is also known to own an Acura TSX, a Honda Fit, and a Volkswagen Golf GTI. These cars are all under $50,000, and it seemed for a while that Zuckerberg would be that low-key, inconspicuous billionaire until he cashed out and treated himself with the Huayra. Moving along from Facebook to Microsoft, Bill Gates' most notable car is that of the 1988 Porsche 959. Only 300 of these cars were ever made, and in the year it was released, it was the fastest car in the world. The 88 Porsche 959 is an absolute classic, with a timeless design and killer speed to this day. The car has gone as high as $2 million at an auction, but for Bill Gates, it wasn't so easy. Because of the car's rarity, only 50 of the vehicles ever made it to the States. Many of the cars didn't fit the safety standards of the United States. Bill Gates' model had never been crash tested, so it was impounded, and Gates was prohibited from driving it on the road. So Gates went about using the show and display law, which basically says the car is part of a museum or gallery. But somehow or another, through some legal loophole, Bill can finally drive his precious car. Let's keep this Microsoft train moving and take a look at Steve Ballmer's pair of wheels. Ballmer is a former CEO of Microsoft and a current eccentric owner of the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers are currently sitting pretty with their two new superstars, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and Ballmer is sitting awfully pretty in his 2009 Ford Fusion Hybrid, MSRP $19,500. Ballmer is worth $50 billion. But trust me, this is not the biggest discrepancy you'll see in this video. Perhaps if the Clippers win a ring, Ballmer can celebrate by buying a Lamborghini or two. Amazon CEO and founder Jeff Bezos owns a 12% stake in Amazon, worth about $114 billion, following his divorce from his ex-wife Mackenzie. But despite his wealth, a younger Bezos in 1999 still drove a 1996 Honda Accord, 2 years after the retailer went public. When asked about his vehicle of choice in a 1999 episode of 60 Minutes, Bezos said, "This is a perfectly good car. The MSRP in 1996 was $17,890, and he was not wrong. The 99 Accord is one of the most dependable cars of all time." The Walmart empire has produced several billionaire heirs. One of those heirs is Alice Walton, who is worth all of $52 billion. Walton, however, is content with the simpler things in life. She famously drives a 2010 Ford F-150. It's no slouch of a truck, but it's just not one you'd expect from someone worth half of 9 figures. It's no surprise that Elon Musk owns a bunch of Teslas. One day he'll own the Tesla SUV. I just hope the windows are fixed by then. Musk famously swapped places with the first person to place an order on the Model 3, but it's believed that Musk prefers his Roadster. Plenty of billionaires own Teslas because of their advanced technology and absurdly high customer satisfaction. But there's one thing Elon Musk can say that no one else in history can. His personal Tesla Roadster was sent to outer space thanks to his endeavors of his other company, SpaceX. I think Elon wins the award for the best promotion and marketing techniques, and I think he wins it by a landslide. Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, is well known for his frugal ways. The billionaire CEO of Berkshire Hathaway has pledged to donate 99% of his net worth of $84.2 billion in his lifetime. He has always been known for living in a modest home and driving modest cars. Currently, Buffett drives a 2014 Cadillac XTS. The MSRP for a new one was $23,500. Before his 2014 Caddy, he owned a 2006 Cadillac DTS. CEO of Alphabet and co-founder of Google, Larry Page, has earned his spot as the 8th richest person in the world. Although he has an annual salary of just $1, his net worth is about $53.5 billion as of October 2018. Larry Page drives a Toyota Prius, according to his Reuters. 2019 base price $23,770. Jack Ma is the co-founder of the e-commerce and tech conglomerate, the Alibaba Group. The China-based group's 2014 IPO was the world's biggest public stock offering at the time, raising $25 billion. With a net worth of $37.3 billion, Jack Ma is the second richest man in China. However, he has been seen in a ROE RX-5 SUV as recently as October 2018. The RX-5's infotainment system is powered by Alibaba's Yon OS operating system, so the car makes sense for PR, but it doesn't make much sense as far as Ma's bank account is concerned. Facebook and Asana co-founder Dustin Moskovitz has a net worth of $13.4 billion, according to Forbes. Despite his 3% stake in Facebook, Moskovitz stayed frugal. A 2011 profile of Moskovitz in the Seattle Times noted that he drove a Volkswagen R32 at the time. The MSRP for the R32 in 2008 was $32,000. Larry Ellison is the founder and CEO of Oracle and is known for his extravagant spending habits. He collects real estate, cars, airplanes, and yachts. When it comes to cars, his collection has included an Audi R8, McLaren F1, Lexus LFA, and the Lexus LS600HL, according to the LA Times. He's also known for giving his friends expensive gifts, including the Acura NSX, which costs more than $100,000. Mr. Ellison, if you're watching this, you seem like a really cool guy. Maybe we should hang out sometime. As the former CEO of Uber, Kalanick should be spending his money on nothing but cars. But Kalanick admitted in 2016 that he does own a 1999 BMW M3 convertible, but he said that the alternator is broken and his driver's license is expired. There is, thankfully, a very simple solution for that problem, former CEO of Uber. Self-made billionaire businessman Richard Branson is the man behind Virgin Group and is worth $5.32 billion. While Branson spends some of his time jetting around on his private plane, he also drives a Range Rover, which is gifted to him each year by the brand. In a recent interview, Branson said that his first car was a 1968 Morris Minor. Lastly, I thought I would mention what car I'm driving around these days. Just like many of the billionaires on this list, I am a simple man, and I don't need much to make me happy. The only thing I've really wanted in a car recently is speed. So that's why I drive a Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita. I bought it at auction for nearly $3.9 million, and thankfully it has a top speed of 254 miles an hour. But don't worry, you'll hear more about the Koenigsegg later in another future installment of Mr. Luxury's Garage. Anyways, if you're a billionaire, let me know in the comment section what car you'd be flaunting, whether it be a simple Honda Accord or a little something with more gumption. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. As always, I'm Mr. Luxury. Pip pip, de doodly doo.